Hi there, welcome to Soulfully Illumined. In this video, we're going over the energies of the full moon in Virgo coming up shortly. And we've gone through that new moon in Pisces, and I want to talk about that because, damn, that was intense. It's been pretty intense. If you've been feeling it, can you please comment down below? It's been intense. But what it's done is it's created this contraction collectively, okay, within each one of us, but also collectively, in order to expand. You see, it's that harmonizing that's happening, right, from a collective global level and even universal level if you want to go that far out. But let's come back to home. Now, moving into that full moon in Virgo, it's really going to be highlighting areas where we haven't been allowing ourselves to expand. Yes, we've been taking note of it. We've been shown it over the course of, I'm getting lifetimes. But you see, we're at an end of a cycle and a starting of a new. That new moon coming up is the start of a whole new cycle. But before we can start that new cycle, we have to just clear up some of that old, that last residual tune-up. And so this full moon is going to be highlighting areas where you're lacking, or not lacking, but you know, a little bit more attention needs to go towards how you are in this world, how you move in this world. And that Virgo energy is is an earth element. So it's the earth aspect within us that really wants to feel comfort and safe in our home space. So it feels like what's coming through for this full moon is really going to show us those areas that still reside within us that are not feeling fully comfortable here, to allow ourselves to fully express our authenticity. Now, from a global level, we may find some shiftings within Gaia, so such as, I know there's already been weather changes, highs, lows, and extreme temperatures, but we may find some mild shifts within, not even temperatures, but I'm feeling like shifting of the plates within the earth. So for example, there may be some mild earthquakes, there might be some like waves in the water, winds that may come and go, things like that, that are being impacted. The weather's going to be impacted, the world, the earth is going to be impacted. Now, how is that going to feel within us from a global level? Well, it may get a bit intense. But the whole purpose of that, and the great thing, like one of the greatest assets of the Virgo energy, is the power of focus. And when we truly can focus in the moment, meaning being present in the moment and therefore balanced in the moment, we then see, or can see clearly, what needs to shift and change. You see, you ultimately are the master of your own reality, right? And so I feel like this energy is going to allow that mind to slow down if you really just utilize that energy. And once you slow down, and look at that, under that is cave protection. You may feel the need to be in solitude. that time for yourself, because I feel like there's a lot of information that's going to be coming through, and it might be in the subtleties, my friends. So it's a like important time to really stay present in the moment, eyes open, focused, to allow that information to come through. Because what it's doing for us is, on a collective level, is it's just allowing that fine tuning so we can really come into union with ourselves and really be here and enjoy our creativity, our own individual forms of expression, as well as collective. I hope that made sense. So you may find, though, during this time, like I said, there are pieces of the puzzle that have been missing, whether it's in your life, whether it's within yourself. There's aspects that are going to be coming up that are going to be shown to you. It's like you're opening up. You are a flower and you're blossoming. You're opening up. But as you open up, you're going to see some details of, the petals, like perhaps certain traits that you have, certain things that have been hindering you from expanding more fully, aspects of yourself that you realize, oh my God, they're beautiful. I love this. There's certain perspectives and certain things that are going to be coming forth to really help you to own more of your power. So be open and allow the release to happen, because we are, as I said, ending a cycle and we're starting a new one. As that new moon in Pisces was really pressurizing us, we're becoming the diamond. And so allowing that pressurization, because it does feel like it's going to continue for a little while longer. It may not be as intense if you were feeling it intensely through that new moon. If you haven't, you may feel it more intensely through that full moon that's coming up. But you see, like I said, we're entering this new beginning, a whole new way of being. So remember to stay in your heart during this time. And being present are your two major keys. All right. So we're going to go into the pick a pile aspect of this reading. We have 3 piles for this full moon in Virgo. Okay, so go ahead and feel into these piles. We have pile 1, which is the yellow calcite. We have pile 2, which is the clear quartz crystal. And pile 3, which is the ametrine crystal. The aventurine crystal. All right, so go ahead and feel into those piles, and I will see you at your pile. Hey there, pile 1, welcome. If you picked the yellow calcite, this reading is for you for this full moon in Virgo. How are these energies impacting you? Let's take a look. We have the Alusa star of Venus. All right, pile 1. The energies coming in are really helping you with balance. It feels like it's really asking you to slow down, because there's a purification that's happening as a result of this full moon. All right, so it's actually clearing up, I'm hearing, the past clutter that you've been holding on to, and it's inhibiting the way that you're walking in the world and how you're moving forth in your life, in your reality. It's like it's taking away, not taking away, it's clearing out, it's transmuting the heaviness that you've been carrying for a long time. Part of the work that's happening during this period will be on your shadow. So you may find that your shadow may be coming up to be addressed, to look at, to be harmonized. It's all good, because what's happening is creating greater harmony within yourself. It's creating greater, a stronger relationship between the lighter and the darker aspects of yourself. Part of it, my friends, it has to do with your mind and how you've been talking to yourself. You know, the Venetian energy is all about like love and beauty and grace. And it feels like the energies coming up for you are really bringing you back to those energies, to that feeling of nurturing oneself, loving oneself. And with that Virgo energy, I feel like the energies are going to be reminding you about how important you are and how important your self-care is. So it's almost like I'm hearing, just chillax and enjoy the stream, enjoy the ride. Because what's happening right now is it's cultivating a greater relationship with yourself, more self-love, that's going to really help you move forward in a state that's more enjoyable to you. You know, I don't know, I feel like it's such a cliche. Like, when you love yourself, you would do this. When you love yourself. But there's truth in it too. It's kind of like, well, you know, when you love yourself enough, or when you put yourself first, it's kind of like, well, you enjoy life a little bit more. And it's not to say that's selfish in a negative way, but it's in more so in a positive way, because you need to fill up your own cup before you can provide to anyone else. And there's a bit of guilt behind that, you know, but I should be doing this and I should be doing that. Well, there's no should. It's like, sometimes you just need to just take care of yourself. And when you do that, you're so much better for everybody else. But don't you deserve to enjoy the ride? Don't you deserve to enjoy this life that you're in? You're in it, right? You might as well enjoy the ride. So I feel like the energies coming in are just really showing you where you've been pretty rigid with certain things and just kind of softening it up a bit. And that in turn, my friends, is going to really help you to glow. And by glow, I mean really light up and be happier and more present in your reality in a way that really works better for you. So let's go a little deeper. See what that looks like in your physical reality. So for pile 1 spirit, what does that look like? Like I said, balance. Balance. Damn. You got 2 major arcanas and your sacral chakra. Correction, 3 major arcanas and your sacral chakra. Dude, this is really important. This is a really important time for you. And the one thing about Virgo, like, as much as it does fine-tuning and the small details, it takes the small details in order to make a solid foundation. You know, we often overlook those small details because we want to get to the big stuff, especially in a very fast-paced society that we're in. But you're really being asked and called to really just come back to you during this time, to really help to shift into the new by really fine-tuning the details of your foundation. And it's doing that by you doing that. I feel like by coming back to you, what's going to be clear is how many tools you have in your tool belts to be able to orchestrate, to be able to manifest the things that you want. Because you already have everything that you need. But it's like you're being asked to just come back to you, especially with the fertility, the Empress card here, and about really just being, number one, in nature, being nature, being a part of that natural state of being. You know, the trees don't have to do anything. They just be. They just are. By giving out oxygen, it allows others to just, you know, be alive. And then, you know, like, they just live. They just stand there and they exude beauty. They just stand there and just shine their light, and they provide life and shelter. So it's kind of like you're being called to just kind of be you and come back to center of you, right? And there's like such alignment is so key for you. Like you got the 26, which equates to the 8, which is balance, infinity, right? The 11, which is about the balance. The 3s, you know, we got the 1s and the 2s and the 3s. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop with the numbering, but yes, it does stem from the sacral chakra. How you interact in the world, how you create, how you just are in the world. I'm sorry, my throat chakra has been loopy, so please bear with me as I express these messages to you. There's a lot of great awareness that's coming for you at this point. So being in that receptive state of the Empress, of the receiving state, is really key for you, pile 1. Because I feel like it's going to give you greater clarity as to how you've been preventing yourself from really expressing your truth, expressing yourself in the world, and expressing yourself to others. The energies for this full moon, my gosh, is really going to light you up in a way that's going to be very empowering for you. You may get a bunch of ideas. Oh, I just realized that was the tree. Okay. You may be getting a lot of ideas during this time of the full moon, if you haven't already, through that Piscean energy. That's really going to help you to move forward. Yes, a heart activation is occurring at this time, and it has been, but you may feel like your heart lighting up. You're being asked to simmer in the heart space, pile 1, because through that heart space, I feel like if you're meditating or breathing into the heart and just kind of opening and not closing, but expanding and contracting, expanding and contracting. As you do that in the heart space, I feel like it's going to expand out and just open up, open up the entire vessel, and therefore help you to move in the world. It's just going to change the way you move in the world, pile 1. And I feel like your blueprint is really going to light up. It's going to become clearer and clearer what your next steps are. If you feel a bit lost right now, it's okay. Join the club. There's a lot of energies that are just kind of circling around us right now. There's a huge flow right now that's just helping with the transition of Gaia and, you know, the collective. You're being called to dance, pile 1. Now, that could be literally, like, yeah, dance in your room or go out dancing or something. But I feel like there's, like, the figurative aspect of that is going light with life, being a little bit more playful with life, putting on some music and, yeah, dancing down the street. Because that in turn, well, number 1, from an energetic standpoint, it's going to open up your vessel to allow these energies to flow through you much more gracefully, especially if you've been pretty tight lately and feeling really restricted, like, you know, certain areas of your body, lower back, chest area, even neck, I'm getting, might be really tight, but you have a lot of energies coming in, so movement is key. But in a light, playful, like in a light, airy way. I'm going to pull 2 more cards for pile 1, please, Spirit, for this full moon. Nope, too many. For pile 1, for this full moon in Virgo. Thank you. Yeah, dude, seriously. This is a very fated time for you, Pile 1. A very fated time for you. And you're being asked to just let go of the control, as well as the burdens that you've been holding on to. You're at a completion point, but it's the final stage. All right, it's the final stage where you're just kind of like tying up the loose ends, but you're being asked to open up your eyes and look at your reality with fresh eyes. Because if you continually look at your reality and translate it in your brain through the past energies of your brain, because the brain holds on to old patterns, right? And so we're like, okay, well, this is a yellow calcite crystal because I'm translating it through my mind. But when I translate it through my eyes, I'm looking at, there's so much more information that I'm getting. Like I'm looking at this and just actually looking with my eyes, and I'm seeing, okay, there's striations here, there's white, there's yellow, there's energy. You see so many more layers is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know why I'm going into that. Sorry if I'm going on tangents. But you're at this turning point, and it's asking you to release the old baggage. And you will. This is part of this journey for you. Because you're being turned on, and you're being released from the old. But I think the question that's coming through right now is, are you ready to let go of it? Are you ready to let go of the old? And if not, you might want to look at that detail and ask yourself, why not? What's holding you back? Writing might be helpful in providing you that clarity, that automatic writing, or just writing down how you're feeling. I feel like you're going to get messages through that way, Pile 1. And really get an idea. Yeah, you're going to get some information on that, some of that baggage that you've been holding onto, okay, that's been burning you out and been holding you back. You're at an ending, my friend. We're starting a whole new cycle. We don't want to carry that old baggage with us. It's time for new. So we're going to end this reading with some final messages from the fairy, from the elemental realm. Let's see what the fairies want to say to you. For Pile 1, please. Fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact, opposite is true. Believing is seeing. I feel like there's some things that are going to be popping up for you, showing you that skepticism, and that's that shadow. Do you truly believe that you're worthy of those things that you want? If not, why not? Because we need to clear that bad boy out. And really getting you into a space of believing in the magic and the miracles again. And I feel like that's where the dancing and the lightness and being in the present moment and being receptive to what's in front of you comes into play. Because what you'll find as you do that, as you become more receptive, is that there's a whole different reality out here that wants to play with you than the one that you've been playing with in your mind. Just saying. So, one final message from the fairies. Look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. You may be drawn to a book to read. You may be drawn to just open it up and look at a passage, or as I said before, write. Follow your intuition. It's guiding you. It's totally guiding you. Okay. And for some of you, put down the book. If you've been searching for answers, doing the work constantly, going, stop. Put it down. Look up and play with the reality around you. You've done the work. It's time to be receptive. Okay? So that's your message, or messages, pile 1, for that full moon in Virgo. If you like the reading, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic full moon in Virgo. Bye-bye. Hey there, pile 2. If you picked the clear quartz, this reading is for you for this full moon in Virgo. Let's get into it for that last full moon of the cycle. Yeah, that makes complete sense. Okay. I was just feeling like when I was feeling into your energies of this full moon for you, it was like airy, like light, expansive for you. And it's like, I feel like that's the energies that are coming in for you. You might feel a little floaty during this period. You might feel a little ungrounded, might be a better word, but it's a-okay, because it's creating this softness within your space. It's opening up your energy field, your perspective, your mind in a way that's a little bit more softer, more flexible, more open. As a result of this full moon, you may find that you may see areas in your life that you are not flexible in. And that's the thing about like the Virgo's energy. I feel like it's such a fixed energy. It's very earthy, grounded, detail oriented, a bit rigid sort of vibe. And I feel like with this, with that clear quartz, it's telling me that it's really softening those edges. It's softening some of that hardness and rigidity that's in your space. Because what it's doing as a result of that is it's opening you up to greater awarenesses, greater opportunities, and more joy in your expansion. Okay? I'm seeing the 2-3 here. And I feel like there may be some big changes happening for you, around you, pile 2. It could be energetic, meaning there's like this big swirling energy right now that's happening. And if you're seeing the news, you're seeing the result of all of that energy that's being pushed around right now and shifting things. So for you, pile 2, there may be some of you that are just feeling the energies. The energies are really swirling around you. Things might be moving around you. A lot of things going on around you, but maybe not in your actual reality. For others of you, it may actually be in your reality. Something's coming forth, shifts and changes that are happening in your world. Know that you are being protected and comforted during this period, because the energies here are really just supporting you and expanding your awareness. Okay, of what you can do, who you are, and what you're capable of. You may be focusing on certain things, pile 2, because, you know, Virgo's great with focus. But sometimes we can be too focused on certain things and not realize that there's so many amazing things happening around us. So you may be asked to look up. You may be asked to stay really present, because there's a lot of things happen. Well, I feel like we should always stay present, but it's like by being present and being focused in the moment, it's like it takes us away from the pressure of that one thing that we want. Your manifestations are coming, but there's so much more that's happening around you and within you. From a physical standpoint, Pile 2, you may feel a lot of pressure in the head space through the third eye or the forehead area, and through the crown chakra, because the major areas that are being affected for you is the crown, the third eye, and it even goes into the throat. But the top two are the most the most intense. So you may feel the need to just kind of massage your head. You may hear ringing in the ears. And you may feel even like I think I said headaches, right? I think I did. Even like throat, like sore throat or pressure in the throat or neck tightness. That's because there's a lot of energy coming in at this time. And like I said, you're expanding. So with the threes might be significant for you, Pile 2, because I'm just seeing a lot of threes everywhere right now, and it's like threes are important for you, so it's a sign for you, and you may need to use your creativity to kind of help to kind of help the energies to move through you. So you may want to sing, you may want to, use your mind in focused ways, or just like being creative and allowing it to just kind of flow. You want to just maybe do more abstract work, such as painting. Like, I know painting isn't necessarily abstract, but what I'm trying to say is just being creative, to help to move that energy through your body, because it may be a little bit intense. Okay. So let's go a little deeper. For this full moon in Virgo, for Pile 2, please, Spirit. How are these energies impacting them? Okay. So, Pile 2, you're being asked to surrender with the sacrifice card at being the bottom of the deck. You're being asked to surrender and let go, because there's a shifting of perspective that's happening as a result of this full moon that's helping you to be able to move with the flow more easily. And by flow, I mean your flow, your energetic flow in this life. And so it's asking you to let go so that you're like transmuting old ways of being, old ways that you've been thinking about things, old ways that you've been, I'm hearing, building certain things in your reality. And you're being shown, there's going to be some clarity for you during this full moon that's going to help highlight how you've been doing things and the way that you've been processing pieces of information, Pile 2. And when you understand that, it's going to transmute and release that old programming. And part of it has to do with the heartache. There might have been some disappointments in your past, some loss happening in your past that have actually shifted the way that you've chosen to do things in your life. And so what's coming up during this full moon for you is It's like it's going to be shown to you. These things, these key elements or key experiences that have really kept you in the mud, that have really kept you stuck from moving forward. Really, really important, because this is fine-tuning, right? You're fine-tuning so you can move in the world with more ease. So know this, you may not see this in your physical reality, pile 2. It may be through looking at other people's situations and scenarios. So for example, you may have a conversation with your friend where they're complaining about, certain things in their life. And then you realize, holy crap, that's a mirror. That's me. She's basically me. She's showing me right now. All right, now I realize what I'm doing, and I need to clear that bad boy out. Let's change it. Let's shift it. Let's create a new way of thinking that works better for me, that supports me. And notice how you got the rainbow here, and then you got the rainbow here. You're becoming a master. Well, you already were a master, but you're becoming more aware of your mastery by really seeing this reality and in an entirely different way. There will be a lifting of the veil for you, a layer of the veil for you, pile 2, where you'll begin to see things a lot more clearly. Certain things are coming to light, and you'll realize there will be a perspective or perspective shift. It's almost like you're going from this, being bowed down, being like turned in, and you're lifting up. You're being upgraded. That's what it comes down to. You're being upgraded, and you know what? You're doing it yourself. 11:11 on the timer, by the way. You are the master. Much of your higher self has been integrated within you. It's time that you start, well, it's not time that you start, you are already starting to walk as the higher self that you are. And as you continue to walk it, because with Virgo, it's one step at a time, this full moon will highlight for you the areas that you still need to clear out. And I hope you understand this is a process, because this isn't just for you. This is for Gaia. This is for this planet. This is for the multiverse. This is in service. But as a result, let me tell you, it brings forth greater comfort and clarity and joy in your reality. You may be asked to revisit some heartache and loss in your life, and it could be from experiences that are happening during this cycle, during this full moon, or experiences from the past. Regardless, they're connected, whether you're having just memories or experiences now. It's a trend in your life. Maybe it's your reaction to it, or, well, no, it is. It's your reaction to those experiences that are being brought forth to your awareness for you to balance out. Okay, so let's get 2 more cards, please, Spirit, for pile 2, please, for this full moon in Virgo. We'll take it. Sorry about that, pile 2. I ran out of storage and I had to take some stuff out. Okay, where was I? Yes. With the Knight of Pentacles, again, it's that one step at a time. That earth element, that Knight of Pentacle is the slowest moving knight. And it's about taking it one step at a time. Being efficient, being productive, but not rushing through the process. There's something in that message for you. There's something in that for you. It's that Virgo energy of the details, because the details, well, I feel like the details for you will be seen when you're taking it slow. Slow and easy. You might be the type of person that likes to move really fast and get through things and so forth. But I feel like here, it's about you really just being present in the moment and enjoy, well, if you can enjoy it, fantastic. If you can't, just being really focused and seeing what the reality has to show you. Because I feel like it's going to be there. It's going to be very present. You don't have to dig for it. It's the details going to be evident in what needs to be shifted, if anything. One more card, please, for pile 2. Ah. Interesting. Okay. You've been carrying too much, pile 2. Hold on, let me move this a little more so you can see. And this could be clutter in the brain, like a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts, a lot of things going on in your mind, but it could also be opportunities around you. You have a lot of things going on around you, a lot of opportunities, but there's no movement, or maybe no passion, or maybe, you know, there's no fire behind it. And I feel like what's happening here with this full moon is you're being called to really release the stuff that's been keeping you stuck, release the stuff that doesn't light you up, release the stuff that keeps you heavy. Because you've been carrying too much responsibility and burden on your back. So opportunities may show up around you, or on the contrary, you may have no idea. But I feel like if you have no idea, pile 2, by you just being in that space of emptiness, of emptying out the things that don't resonate with you, I feel like it's going to leave room for the things that do. So, and then if you're on the other end, it's time to declutter, just like I had to do with my phone. And I feel like by doing all of that, it's going to open up the space to allow more in. And also, I'm getting something about confidence here, where you may not feel the confidence to move forward in the way that you want to move in the world. And if that's the case, pile 2, the energies moving forth for you right now are really supporting you for change. And just opening up your body and mind and spirit to greater strength and courage in the present moment. Be open to the opportunities that present itself to you, okay? Because I really feel like it's helping you to strengthen that solar plexus, to really give you that courage in remembering who you are, okay? I'm really just emphasizing that in your reality. I hope that made sense. Okay, final message from the fairies. For pile 2, please, Spirit. From the fairies. For pile 2, for this full moon in Virgo. What say you? Nature signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature tells us continually we need only open our hearts and minds. I think this is a possum. You may want to, I don't know if that's a possum. It might be a possum, but if you know what this animal is, you may want to look it up. There's a symbol in there for you, or a message in there for you. But I feel like nature is going to be really helpful for you at this time. Pile 2, to clear out the clutter in the mind and in your energetic space. Because by harmonizing with nature, I don't know, it's just very clarifying because we're supposed to be in harmony with nature. And I feel like it's going to help to clear out the old clutter and the things that have been holding you back and give you more strength. And also remember aspects of who you are. Pile 2. Do we want one more? Yes, we do. One more card for pile 2, please, fairies. Manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation, step 1. With this card, what I'm getting is, yeah, maybe it's time to take out a piece of paper and write things down. And this could be just a list of different things, of different ideas that are just in your brain. And by putting it down on paper and looking at it from that bird's eye perspective of like, okay, these are all the things on my list, I feel like it's going to bring greater clarity about the things that you want and the things that you want to release. There's something about writing for you as well for pile 2 that's important. And you're also being requested to dream. So writing down on paper all the things that you want, right? So you may not be able to take practical steps towards the things that you really want right now, but maybe writing it down is practical enough. All right? So those are your messages, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic full moon in Virgo, which feels so expansive for you. All right? Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey there, pile 3. Welcome. If you picked the Adventurine crystal, this reading is for you for this full moon in Virgo. So, how are these energies impacting you? Wow, I'm getting fireball. Interesting. I feel like the energies for you have been like increasing, and building momentum for you, pile 3. And it's like you're now ready, like you're now moving, like there's like this crescendo. It's like you're now ready to like move in the world. And so, yeah, okay, so it's almost like you're coming out of the dark, like you've been really like, I don't know if you felt really intense pressure for a long time in your physical reality, in your energetic body, but it's like you're coming out into the world. Like this is your, you know, like in the Regency period, they have like this coming out, you know, when the girl comes out. What is it? Like the coming out party. I think that's some other group of people that do that. But it's like you're coming out into the world now. And it's going to build momentum. But with the Virgo energy of this full moon, it's asking you to take it step by step and utilize all of those lessons and understanding that you have accumulated over the last, I'm getting lifetimes, but you may not remember those. So I feel like it's through the last 9-year cycle, or 9-year cycle. For some it's 3, for some it's 9, for some it's the last year or the last 2 years. I know I gave you a bunch of numbers, but you know what holds true for you. So it's like you're being asked to take it step by step and really utilize those lessons that you've learned to help you to move forward the way that you want to in your reality. You're going to feel the passion start to ignite. And I'm feeling a lot of that solar plexus energy shining. So you may feel like this opening up of the solar plexus, pressure in the solar plexus, even tightness through the diaphragmatic area as a result, because there's just this, it's this energy, this fire that's starting to really just amplify in your body. And it's going to propel you forward. And notice how like the aventurine here, it's similar to the colors in the card. It's really moving you towards abundance. And now abundance can come in many forms. It could come in the form of money. It can come in the form of just like, you know, material things like luxury in your life. It could come in the form of just happiness. And so I feel like you're moving into more of that in this next cycle, because we're at this ending, right? And you've done, as I said, that was 333. Threes might be important for you too, pal 3. I think it's important for a lot of people right now. It's like utilizing your expression your way. Walking in the world your way, being emotionally fulfilled and creating your way, in a way that brings you peace, in a way that makes you, that lights you up, in a way that just jives you. But again, you're being asked to take it step by step, because I feel like you have learned that lesson too, to some degree, how there's some things that require time. There's some things that require patience. And the first and most foremost place where you should put your patience towards is yourself as you move through these energies. You've learned a lot, you've transmuted a lot, you've gone through a lot in your world, in your reality. But now, as you continue to move forward, you're taking those lessons and you're walking in the world in a whole different way. It's kind of like a baby. When a baby starts to walk, it takes a few steps and then it falls. It takes a few steps and then it falls. And the next thing you know, they're just like running around the rooms. For you, take it step by step, intentional steps. That Virgo energy, that detailed, focused, purposeful movement. Now, let's go into the Psychic Tarot and get more detail. For pile 3, please, Spirit, for this full moon in Virgo. Thank you. Yep, solar plexus, baby. And we got a 3 again. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we have that third throat chakra. Sorry, the throat chakra energy. Throat and third. Hold on. Third, throat and third. Throat and third. Okay. Divine will into your will. Kind of like you're putting your vision, your soul's vision, into reality. You're starting to make it happen now. You're going to feel, if you're not at this point, you're going to start to feel that pull towards that, you know, kind of like the engine revving up, like you're getting ready to go, but you're getting ready to go. You know what I mean? So it is a time of change for you. So if you feel like nothing's been moving or it's been progressing really slow, just stay focused and stay present, because change is on the horizons for you. It's coming. All right. Now what I'm getting in your reality, right? Like again, another 3, another 3. So it's like if certain projects haven't really been, if certain projects or certain things haven't been manifesting in your reality yet, pile 3, give it a little bit more time. Give it a little bit more time, because it needs to build momentum. as you build momentum, because as without, so within. So within as without, you know what I mean. So it's all connected here. And I feel like that solar plexus is really going to be highlighted for you. And that energies of this full moon is opening up that solar plexus, but it's impacting the way that I'm getting is seeing yourself. Because if you can't see yourself, if you can't fully give yourself the recognition, how can you expect it from others? It always comes back to you, pile 3. It always comes back to you. So it's like, are you willing to see yourself? Are you willing to stand up and see where you're at and not keep yourself in a box? Because it's like you've been keeping yourself there for far too long. You're getting ready. You're getting ready to rock and roll, my friend. But there's pieces of wisdom that's coming to you during this full moon. Like I said, it's one step at a time for you because you're being fed pieces as you continue on your journey and you continue to be revved up. Okay? It's like your guides are around you, the energy supporting you. It's like you're here in this state. We're going to give them a little more. Then you move forward another step. We're going to give them a little more. And then you move forward another step until eventually you look up and you realize that you're there. But what's happening at this period is a recognition of self. Because it's like there's a piece there you haven't, it's like there's a piece that you have not seen within yourself. That's important for this part of your journey and how you choose to express yourself. And the confidence to move forward in the state you want to be in, to receive the recognition and rewards from others or whatever. The understanding is coming for some of you, and for others of you that have that understanding, you're putting it into action during this period. Regardless, it is a time of expansion and abundance. My friends, with this energy coming in, take it. Take the information it's providing you and just nurture yourself, love on yourself with it. Because I feel like it's reminding you how amazing you are. It's reminding you how much work you've done and how many lessons you have moved through. It's time to put yourself on that pedestal. Yeah, pile 3, I feel like, like once there's a piece about yourself you have yet to see. Once you see it, I feel like things are going to really accelerate for you. It's going to happen quickly. Certain things that you've been waiting for, certain manifestations are going to happen quickly. 11:11 on the timer. Okay, 2 more cards, please, for pile 3, for this full moon in Virgo. Okay, so I think pile 1 or pile 2 got this card too. Anyway, it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. But I do feel like this time in history is so faded. It's so faded right now. Everything is as it should be. And instead of worrying about what ifs and what's going on in the world, as much as, and please note, I don't want to ignore what's going on in the world. I feel like it's all faded. And for you, pile 3, what I'm getting is it's a really good time for you. It's a time of empowerment for you. It's a time of destiny. This has been a cycle that's been very important for you. And you're at this end point of really getting that recognition and getting those rewards. But it's like you have to give it to yourself first. It's like, when is enough enough? When do we finally decide to see ourselves and say, I'm bloody perfect the way I am. I'm good. I kicked ass during these cycles. Yeah, it was pain in the butt, but I did really well. And I got through it. And I'm good and I'm still smiling. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a recognition, there's an awareness that's going to happen during this time, okay? It's a very lucky and important time for you. So try to stay present as much as you can. And creative expression in any way. Watch where the pressure is in your body during this phase, Pile 3. Because I feel like the pressure, there's something in the pressure in your body, if you're paying attention, that's going to give you information. So for example, throat chakra, you might feel a lot of pressure in the throat area. And that may be you needing to speak, to sing, to articulate something that wants to come through you. You may feel pressure in the solar plexus, and that could be because, and you might feel the need to just move, meaning get up and walk around or explore or just stretch. Listen to your body. It's going to be giving you messages. Okay. And for some of you that have been procrastinating, I feel like you're going to find out why. You probably already know why, but that work that's happening through that solar plexus, it's like you're going to revisit the why, and that's going to shift. Okay. We're going to end with the Fairy Oracle deck for your Pile 3. Final messages for Pile 3, please, Spirit. Or I should say fairies. My dear fairies, what messages do you have for Pile 3 for this full moon in Virgo? One more. Yeah, hence the procrastination. Okay. So we got temptation. It says, are you in denial about any unhealthy habits, perhaps ones that make you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Hence the Virgo energy of that fine-tuning of, habits and so forth. So there's some fine-tuning that's happening in some of your habits, all right? Clearing up some of that stuff that's not serving you and that's holding you back or putting you in a box. Pile 3. And with that snake, that rebirth, that transition energy, it's like, are you ready to take off that mask? Are you ready to take off the mask of the past and move into the new? And rebirth into a new? To really just take off that mask and that old costume and walk this world as you. Just a question. And then we have manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation, step 1. Again, that solar plexus energy. You're going to start to feel that pull to move forward, right? We talked about that one step at a time. And one of those practical steps, if you're well, regardless, one of the practical steps for you, Pile 3, could be, you know, just writing down your steps. Writing down the steps that you need to take in order to achieve the dreams that you want to achieve, in order to receive that recognition or the rewards or manifestations that you've been seeking. It's time to take those practical steps, one step at a time. As you do that, Pile 3, I feel like that's impacting your solar plexus and really moving you forward, building that momentum forward, okay? And so it's like it's really going to help you to move forward. Oh, inevitable fate. My friends, this is such a strong and powerful time for you. It's a time of movement, gentle, easy movement, but a time of clearing out some old stuff and really recognizing yourself for the amazing being that you are. Taking off that old mask and really moving forward, leaving the past behind. All right? And really expressing yourself your way. Really, really nice. All right, Pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you at another reading. Thanks for watching. Bye.